9 steps to rebuild yourself after depression. Let's get right into it. Step 1. Accept that you're hurting. The first step to rebuilding yourself isn't think positive. It's admit the damage. You can't fix what you refuse to see. And pretending to be fine only makes the wound fester under the surface. So, take a deep breath and say it. I'm not okay right now. That sentence alone is an act of courage, because acceptance isn't weakness, it's self-awareness. It's saying, yes, I'm in pain, but I'm still here. Depression thrives on denial. When you pretend you're okay, you give it silence to grow. But when you acknowledge it, when you actually name the hurt, you take its power away. Let yourself rest. Let yourself cry. You're not lazy, you're recovering. And recovery often looks like doing nothing for a while. That's not failure, it's healing in disguise. The truth is, you can't rebuild a house while pretending it's not on fire. So, stop hiding the flames. Admit the mess, because that's where rebuilding really begins. Step 2. Reset your basic habits. Eat, sleep, move. Before you rebuild your dreams, rebuild your energy. Depression drains you dry. It steals appetite, wrecks sleep, kills motivation. So, your first mission is to return to survival basics. Eat, even if it's simple. A sandwich is fine. Instant noodles count. Your body doesn't need a perfect diet. It needs proof that you care enough to feed it. Sleep, not too much, not too little. Try to go to bed before midnight. Your brain heals while you rest. Don't feel guilty for needing more of it right now. And move. You don't need to run marathons. Walk for 5 minutes. Stretch in your room. Move your body like you're telling it, I'm still alive. You're not chasing perfection, you're rebuilding consistency. Depression is like a fog. Your daily habits are the headlights that guide you out. When your body starts to feel safe again, your mind finally has a chance to heal. Step 3. Clean up your space. Your environment mirrors your mental state. A messy room isn't a moral failure, it's a symptom. But cleaning it up, even a little, is like sending your brain a signal. We're getting better now. Start small. Don't aim to deep clean. Just pick one thing, the bed, your desk, the laundry pile. Open a window, let air and light in. Throw away something useless. Each small action is a message to yourself. I'm taking control again. You'll be surprised how cleaning your surroundings changes how you feel inside. When your space is clearer, your thoughts breathe easier too. It's not just tidying up, it's reclaiming territory from the depression that tried to take over. You're not just cleaning your room, you're creating the first safe corner of your comeback story. Step 4. Rewrite your own story. Depression loves to edit your identity. It rewrites your memories with guilt, your achievements with doubt, and your future with fear. It whispers, you're broken, but that voice doesn't get to write your ending, you do. Grab a notebook, journal, type, or even record a voice memo. Don't worry about grammar or neat handwriting, just empty your thoughts. Write what hurt you, what you lost, what you're still scared of. Let it all spill out. Then, begin to shift the tone. Replace I failed with I learned. Replace I'm weak with I survived. You're not rewriting to lie, you're rewriting to see the full truth. Pain happened, yes, but you endured it. That's resilience. Your story isn't about perfection, it's about evolution. Every time you choose kindness toward yourself instead of self-blame, you're editing your life into something softer, wiser, and stronger. Depression doesn't define your story, it's just one hard chapter. You're the author, and the next page is yours to write. Step 5. Limit the negative, let a little light in. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you feed it grows. If you constantly water it with bad news, comparisons, and criticism, don't be surprised when everything inside feels dark. So, start weeding. Unfollow people who drain you. Mute accounts that make you feel less than. You don't need to cut off the world, just filter what enters your mental space. And then, replace that noise with gentleness. Quiet music, nature sounds, a favorite podcast that doesn't stress you out. Even 5 minutes of silence can feel like oxygen after months of mental noise. You don't need to force joy, you just need to reduce the static. When the volume of negativity lowers, the softer emotions, curiosity, calm, even hope, finally have space to speak. Remember, the light doesn't need to be blinding. Sometimes it starts as a tiny flicker, and that's more than enough to begin. Step 6. Reconnect with people. Isolation may feel safe, but it slowly turns into a prison. Depression tells you nobody understands, that reaching out is pointless. But here's the secret, it's lying. You don't need a long conversation or deep confession. Just send a message. Hey, how are you? Call a friend, visit a family member, or talk to someone online who shares your interests. The point isn't to explain your pain, it's to remind your brain that you still belong somewhere. Human connection is medicine. The warmth of another voice, a small laugh, a shared story, they all whisper, you're still part of life. And if you've been hurt by people before, take your time. Choose gentle company, not perfect company. Even one person who sees you without judgment can make a world of difference. Connection doesn't cure depression overnight, but it pokes holes in the loneliness that feeds it. Keep poking. The light will find its way through. Step 7. Practice gratitude, even for tiny things. When you're recovering from depression, gratitude might sound impossible, like trying to find sunlight in a storm. But gratitude isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about noticing what still is. You don't need to feel grateful for everything. Just find one thing: the smell of coffee in the morning, a dog wagging its tail, the quiet comfort of your bed, even the fact that you made it through another day. That's something. Write down one small thing each night before bed. One sentence, no pressure. Your brain slowly learns to scan for good moments instead of only threats. Over time, that rewires your focus. It trains your eyes to see life's soft edges again. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it balances it. It reminds you that even in darkness, something still glows. And sometimes, that's all you need to keep moving forward. Step 8. Set micro goals. Big goals can feel impossible when you're recovering. Fix my life sounds like climbing a mountain in flip-flops. So, don't aim for huge leaps. Aim for steps so small, they almost feel silly. Make your bed, drink a glass of water, step outside for a few minutes. Respond to one message. These aren't meaningless chores, they're small declarations of life. Each tiny goal you complete whispers to your brain, I can still do things. That's momentum. And momentum is the enemy of despair. When you check off one tiny goal, your brain releases a small spark of dopamine, the motivation chemical. That spark keeps you going. One spark at a time, you rebuild energy, confidence, and eventually, hope. Remember, consistency beats intensity. Don't underestimate what small daily victories can build. Brick by brick, you're laying the foundation for your comeback. Step 9. Forgive yourself and rebuild meaning. You can't rebuild yourself while holding a grudge against the person you used to be. So, let's say it clearly. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for collapsing, for taking too long, for not being the version of you that others or you expected. You didn't fail. You were surviving. And that's worth respect, not shame. Now, look ahead. Healing isn't about returning to who you were before depression. It's about growing into who you're becoming. Ask yourself, what gives my life meaning now? Maybe it's helping others, creating art, learning, caring for something alive, even if it's just a plant. Meaning doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be real. Something that reminds you, I'm still part of the world. You're not the same person you were, and that's the point. You've rebuilt yourself with patience, self-awareness, and courage. The cracks don't make you weaker. They let the light through. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.